welcome to Watching Time. I'm going to do a review and go back to green watches actually. So I have this piece in my collection. I have had it for the last couple of years. I found it interesting at the time. This is a small company that started producing innovative design, organic, as they call design watches, almost 4 years ago right now. And actually the design, the shape, the case, the materials that they use, they made several models. This is, for example, the Ot-5. Depending on the number behind the Ot, it meant different materials or colors in this case. And this is a watch that I find is still unique. The shape is unique to the design that the Dietrich Organic Time developed at the start. I know they have launched a new model. I don't know how it looks or how it feels. I'm very curious to actually do a review on that because it's kind of an evolution of this one, and at the moment it presents itself only on one type of color. I think it's only black at the moment available. But I'm really curious. I can give my opinion on this watch. The price range of these watches is a little bit over 1,000 euros, more or less. But they have some pretty cool characteristics that makes it unique. And this is also the reason why I wanted to make a quick review on it. So, Dietrich was born, as I was saying, several years ago. It's an independent company. They started developing the design of watches more than the mechanism, because in this case, I think the mechanism is not a Swiss made. It's actually a Japanese made. I think it's a Seiko NH35, if I remember correctly. But they have modified it in order for it to showcase kind of an open heart on top with this C-star kind of shape for the seconds, and then you have the hours and the minute hands that move around, and also the date that turns around in a small wheel. So what it has of particular and unique is actually, as you can see, the shape of it. It has this, what I call organic time, organic shape that moves along. It reminds me kind of a steampunk movie, and it has this kind of feeling. At least it's what it gives me. In this particular design, the Ot-5 is actually made of bronze, the bezel. So this is a bronze bezel that has changed a little bit of color with time, and also a bronze crown. I wear it. This actually came with a full leather, brown leather, tan leather, and I changed it with an original, also kind of green corduroy leather strap. Underneath it's caoutchouc cover, so that it actually becomes a little bit more water resistant. And as you can see, the case is made of stainless steel with a PVD treatment, a brown DLC on top, that gives this particular color to it. The movement, there's not much to say about the movement. It's a pity that these initial models that they develop are not Swiss-made movements, but still, it's a workhorse. What it has inside, it works and gives you time, spot on. I'm going to try this on just to give you an idea, because they are not small watches, so they are actually kind of big on your wrist. And as you can see, they were, at least I think they were quite nice. I like how it sits on my wrist, and how it particularly draws attention on the streets. I have seen many people, even in a restaurant, coming around and saying, "What's that you're wearing? I really like your watch. It's quite unique." And I think that was the intention of the designer when they made it. The fact that they design also this type of straps that can be easily taken out and exchanged makes it also easy to change eventually the style that you're wearing or do you want to wear. So said this is probably one of the best colors that I like from their editions, and I'm really curious to see if maybe I can also do a review and a comparison with the new model and show out the difference between this OT series and the new ones that they have produced that have just come out. The DD1 is actually called. I'm going to show you just a quick picture on my cell phone here. As you can see, it's quite different. It reminds you of this one, but it's not the same. And they are selling for 2,200, 800 Swiss francs. So they are not cheap, definitely. So anyway, this is the story behind my watch. I hope you like it. Just a quick wrist check. I was wearing before my U-boat from Italo Fontana design. This is the Sommerso. It has the classical U-boat shapes. I can do a more in-depth review on these ones. I think U-boat is one of those Italian brands that are quite unique, like Panerai, even more unique than Panerai, because they actually produce limited numbers of their watches, and the quality it's outstanding. It's quite their line are characteristic. They are big watches, obviously, so if you have a small wrist, they're probably not adaptable to all. But as you can see, it, at least on my wrist, I think it sits well and it wears quite nice. This also came with a caoutchouc strap, so I can maybe do another review if you like U-boat and you want to hear a little bit more about the story behind U-boat and how it was born in Italy and how it became a little bit more famous during the time with Sylvester Stallone and Schwarzenegger using them also on their movies. Just give me a comment and tell me if you want to have a review on that. So that's pretty much for now, guys. See you all very soon. Take care. Bye bye.